All righty. How's everybody doing? Good deal. We're going to go ahead and get started in our next workshop here. I'm really excited about the topic that we'll be talking about in this next workshop. Myself, I've only been at Beachbody for 4 weeks now. That's right. I was hired 4 weeks ago. This is my first summit. Amazing. I've been around a little bit in the social selling arena, been to a few conventions, but nothing like what I've seen here in Nashville with Beachbody. You guys make this such a cool event. But in the few weeks I've been here, I've talked to many coaches, and one of the common themes they talk about, and what I love about the company is almost everyone got involved because they tried a program. They got involved in a program. They heard about coaching. They started recommending things to people, and a coach said, well, you're recommending this to people anyway. Why don't you just get paid for it, right? And as I talk to them, they say, I didn't get involved in this as a business. It was kind of a hobby, but I'd really like to take this more serious. I'd like to take it to the next level. Well, the great thing about the workshop that we're going to do right now is that the two ladies you'll be hearing from started that exact same way. They came in, enjoyed the products, became proof of the products, had great success, and boom, transitioned into where they are now extremely successful in the business and will be able to mentor you in the steps that it takes to go from that mindset of treating your coaching as a hobby to treating it like a career. So I'm very excited to introduce to you our awesome keynote speakers for this workshop. Please help me welcome with a huge round of applause, Becky Brosette and Micah Folsom.
All right.
Come on out, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, I want to tell you a little bit about these awesome coaches. Becky, this is Becky Brosette. She is from Florida. Awesome tan going on. All right, Becky is a full-time mother and wife, a fitness enthusiast, and entrepreneur. She has dedicated her life to helping people feel confident and living fulfilling lives, and you will hear that resonated in her message today. She is a 14-star diamond coach, has hit elite status 3 times, is a Success Club 10 legend, and a new member of the Beachbody Millionaire Club. Not too shabby. All right. Micah Folsom, she is from my home state of Utah, but now resides in probably my favorite city, Rexburg, Idaho. Very exciting. Yeah. Micah is also a full-time wife and mother. She's a former collegiate volleyball player and professional photographer. And her goal is to inspire others to love the life that they live. Micah is also very accomplished in this business. She is a superstar diamond coach. Wow. One of our 2014 top 10 elite coaches. So she got a cool Beachbody guitar this week. And is ranked in the top 5, has a top 5 team rank advancements in 2014, and is a Success Club 10 All-Star. Let's give a very warm welcome to Micah Folsom, to Becky Brosette, and I'll let you ladies take it away. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. How you guys doing out there? So we just want to break the ice a second. I'm sure corporate didn't know that they were putting 2 very shy people together, so we're a little bit nervous, but we're going to rock it, right, Ryan?
That's right.
We're going to rock it. So I want right now to take a second and honor you and congratulate you for being here today. You put skin in the game, and you made it happen to get to Summit. We all know it's not easy, it's expensive, but you guys are in the top 6% of the network. That's right, you guys, because you're here. Other people decided not to be here, but you made it happen. So everybody, raise your arm up in the sky, real tall, and give yourself a big old pat in the back. So Micah, you want to share a little bit about your story?
Yeah, we're going to tell you guys a little bit more about us. You heard the Beachbody, mumbo jumbo, and all that stuff, but what really matters is we are just like you. We're moms, we're crazy ladies some days. We're just normal, you know? So I started 2 years ago as a customer. I was doing Insanity for about 4 years prior to learning about the coaching opportunity, and got into a new challenge group because I just felt just super low as a mom, and I kind of lost myself. So I got in a challenge group, fell in love with Shakeology, wanted the discount, like probably 95% of you guys. And then I just started sharing what I was doing. And when I got a glimpse of what it felt like to help someone and to truly have them reach out and say, you are changing my life. Like, you don't even understand how this challenge group is making an impact on me. That's when I made the decision to just go all in. And that's why I've been able to do what I've done in 2 years, is because I flipped that switch mentally, and obviously my income didn't reflect a full-time income right away, but my mindset flipped to career, and I knew what was possible, and just that mindset shift was able to allow me to do the things every single day that I needed to do to get the success and to get to inspiring all those people. So that's what happened to me. I want to hear about you.
So, how many people in the audience work a full-time job? Raise your hand. Okay, so
That's a
I was
lot.
there. I was a senior estimator for a construction company. I'm also a mom, and yes, we are a little bit crazy sometimes. I'm married. My husband Larry is sitting up front. I have 2 boys. And it was hard. My life was all rush, 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 stressful. Like most of you are trying to balance a million things, trying to get things done and push your business forward. I was also a customer. I just celebrated my 5-year anniversary on Monday. And I started as a customer, loved the products, but when the business presented itself to me, I wanted to make money right off the bat. Like my sister says, thank God that you needed money for diapers, because that's what I wanted, $50 a week so that I could help supplement our income. And we were making good money, but we were drowning, we were strapped. So I went all in, and it was fun, and we were helping people, and we were selling Shakeology, and it was a blast. But when I attended my first leadership event in October 2011, I was a 1-star. That's when I really got a taste of success. Like, wow, that was my first real event. And I saw moms like me, people who had careers that had left their careers to be Beachbody full-time. And I was like, wow, I want that. But even though I made the decision that I wanted to retire, I don't think my mindset had not shifted yet. When I attended my first Success Club trip in Atlantis, March 2012, I realized that even though I was pushing for that goal, my mindset and the actions had not taken place. I was just retailing and I was selling, but I was not mentoring and I was not growing as a leader and I was not helping other people grow. So my mind shifted at that trip. That's when I decided that I was going to go from hobby to career.
Okay, so we're just going to kind of go over really quick what our workshop is all about. So, workshop.
Yeah.
First of all, we know that not everyone in the room wants to make this their full-time career. Maybe you just want to grow and develop and make it an enjoyable journey. So don't think that we're like, everyone needs to make this their career, because that's not what it's all about. But we're going to tell you how you can if you want to. And it all starts, like we said, with your mindset. So we're going to go over some attitudes, and 5 of them, right? And those will naturally lead to the actions that it takes to be successful. So with that, you want to start?
So time, prioritizing your time. I don't think anybody here has been able to invent some kind of contraption that adds 6 hours to your day. We just don't have it. And we all are balancing a lot of balls in the air, no pun intended. We have families, kids, responsibilities, our jobs, workouts, calls, everything. But you need to prioritize. And knowing what those essential tasks are every single day, that is how you're going to remove the extra from your day. For instance, I love TV. I'm not embarrassed to say that. I love TV and it's relaxing. But I knew that working a full-time job with 2 little kids, with my husband, and now TV, I knew that had to go. I had to take the opportunity when my children were sleeping to do my post for the next day, which for everyone that works a full-time job, if you're not using Hootsuite or any other type of social media manager to schedule your post for the following day, you need to get on that, because that saved me. I would spend a little bit of time every night, do all my posts, so while I was working, I didn't have to worry that I wasn't present on social media. It was all being done while I was doing my job. So TV had to go for me. Michael, what did you have to remove from your day?
Mine was TV too. It was more Netflix, because when I was a photographer, I would use my editing time to kind of unwind and relax, and so I'd turn on Gossip Girl. Any Gossip Girl fans out there? that was like my jam. That was like, okay, I'm not a mom anymore for a second, I'm just watching some Gossip Girl. So that was, for me, what I would do, but instead, as soon as I started coaching, I replaced that with National Wake Up Call archives and webinars and trainings and all those things that were fueling my mind with positive things. And that just helped right away. Just get me on the right track to prioritize and to make it a priority.
Which is another thing I used to do, using drive time to make phone calls, to talk to prospects, to listen to personal development, to, what else? I used to do everything in the car. Whenever I had a meeting, I knew I was going, I would schedule a call while I was driving, because I knew I need to maximize my entire day. So together, we have a panel of 8 coaches that are speaking on this topic. We developed our no matter what's. And it's time for you to identify yours. So we came up with a list of critical activities, the ones that drive your business forward. We're not asking you to do 1 million things a day. No, we're asking you to choose 5 important ones.
Yeah, so you guys can write these down, take a picture, whatever. These ones will grow your business no matter what. They will. But you guys need to decide for you what your no matter what's are. So as we're going over these, and as you think about your business and what you're kind of lacking in or whatnot, you need to write down what you can implement and the things that will drive your business forward and will help you help more people. So we're just going to kind of briefly go over this really quick. First of all, the 3 vitals. They're the 3 vitals for a reason. You can't share something that you're not doing. So if you're not being a product of the product every single day and just living what you're teaching and preaching and just making it a lifestyle, that's going to be hard to be successful. So the 3 vitals: be a product of the product. Personal development will change your life regardless if you're a Beachbody coach or not. So fully invest in that, and connect on a personal level with people and genuinely care about helping them and how you can make a difference in their life. Be more interested than interesting.
Exactly.
Than worrying about being interesting. And that will help you get in the mindset of always being there to help someone. I don't even have my glasses on, so I can't even read the teleprompter.
Okay.
So that's really awesome.
2 to 3 2 to 3 quality posts on social media. We all know how important that is. Run your challenge groups, show up for them. Don't just throw people in a group and then run away. Know your story, one-on-one team calls, Success Club. That for me has been a major factor since day one. That's a non-negotiable. It ties into the core mission as well, but Success Club is a vital, it's just a driver. You need to be hitting it every single month. Set and review your calendar, track your business, and review your goals. I love tracking, I love spreadsheets, I love to know every difference from, I compare everything, but that's just me. I put that there, by the way.
One more thing on Success Club really quick. That for me, like from the beginning, was obviously a no matter what. But I learned success leaves trails. And when I learned that the top coaches we're hitting Success Club every single month. I
Exactly.
was like, why not hit Success Club every single month? Let's do it. And when you make it, no matter what, Success Club is something that drives everything else in your business. When you know
Absolutely.
that on the end of the day, at the end of the month, you're going to make it happen no matter what, you're going to do those things throughout the month that it takes to get there and to hit it without being stressed and crazy at the last day of the month. So that will drive you to be consistent. So if it's not a no matter what in your business, I challenge you to make that one for sure.
And we all know that all the vital behaviors and Success Club tie into our core mission, help people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. It's about what did you do for that person? Did you help one person today, in other words? And that is also a no matter what.
Okay, duplication multiplies. So what does that even mean? The attitude behind this is if it can be taught, it can be duplicated. So when you're trying to grow your business and when you're trying to change from a hobby mindset to a career mindset, you need to embrace the we versus me mentality. It's Team Beachbody for a reason. So when I was starting, for me, I was very driven and very motivated and like doing everything personally that I could to grow and to learn, but I wasn't passing that on to my new coaches and to the people that I had brought on the journey with me. And so very quickly, I learned that I had to be a sponge, but then let it go and serve my team and help them as much as I could. So you can do some simple things. So many resources are in the back office that are duplicatable, that you can help your team know about, that you can help them get started, because that's usually the hardest part, is just getting your foot in the door and getting momentum going and figuring out how to put yourself out there and how to talk to people. And I know that that's what so many new coaches struggle with is, well, how do I even get this information out there? I don't want to say too much. I don't want to do this. There's so many fears and things that they're scared about that if you just give them a simple script or a simple, here's an example of a conversation I had with someone. Make it your own, but use it to learn, and just giving them that information will help so much. So make sure that you're taking advantage of those resources in the back office. There's invite scripts, there's challenge group, example posts, and how to run it. And can you read those other ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
we're going to plug into existing tools. Remember that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The back office has a ton of material for you already. Invite scripts, welcome scripts, the challenge group guides. I use them. I just personalize them. Why sit there and try to develop all new material when Beachbody's done it for you already? The getting started training. And don't forget, there is that brand new training. Just send your coaches there. It gives them a lot of the first steps so that when you do talk to them on their Get Started Right call, you can go right into goals because they've already reviewed the basics in the coach training that's available in the back office. And I think one of my missteps was also similar to yours. I was creating all this stuff that was making my life easy. I use Evernote. I have everything in there, and I was doing it for myself, but I wasn't sharing it with anybody. And that was incorrect on my part. I started sharing it because I figured if I can do this, if I figured this out, then they should be able to figure it out too. But that was completely wrong on my part. But now we have all of this amazing material that you could just point them to the Coach Online office and get them going.
Another thing really quick before we move on, another thing that I found really helps my team was when I don't do it every single month, I don't create a new calendar every single month, but when I shared with my team how I was running my business, it took me months and months and months to finally be like, oh my gosh, I run it the same way every single month, and I have a system, and it's working, like maybe I should tell people about it. So I just created a monthly calendar about what I was doing when I was running groups, when they could do a free group, when I was talking about the business or doing a sneak peek group or whatever, but just sharing, okay, this is an example of how I run my business. Feel free to use it, feel free not to, but at least they had a guideline, and that was huge. So if you are thinking about your business and you're like, okay, that I can relate to that, that's how I do it, give it to your team and give them that guideline so that they can get the ball rolling. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. This is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Showing up consistently. So think and act like you're a CEO because you are. You are a CEO. This is your business. Now, let's change the scenario for a second. If you owned a retail business or a restaurant and invested all this money to open a business, would you just one day decide, well, I didn't make a sale yesterday. I'm not showing up today. Screw it. I'm not going. You wouldn't do that because you have money invested in your business. What is the difference here? Don't devalue this business because of the small investment. The returns are huge if you show up every single day. So you have to own that role of CEO. Don't expect someone else to tell you what your next move is going to be. I'm sure Carl Daikeler doesn't need anybody to tell him what he has to do, well, maybe for his schedule for this weekend, but not for his business. He's on point. He shows up every day, and boy, he shows up. And that's why we have all of this, because he treated his business as $1 million business. And if you have that in your head every single day, I mean, when I made that decision, I knew that I was going to be here no matter what. And some of the things that we have to do every day is commit. So what are the actions that you take? You grow yourself. You use personal development to work on your leadership skills, to move past some hurdles. You get to a Super Saturday. And with Super Saturday coming next weekend, which I hope you guys are gonna be there, commit to yourself and your business. Every January, my son's birthday is the same weekend, always. Or, it always ends up being right there. I have never scheduled his birthday party to coincide with a Super Saturday. And I don't feel bad about that. I don't think I'm a bad mom for doing that. My business is my livelihood, and I show up no matter what. If I have to push his birthday party back 1 week, he's not going to know.
That's what I was telling Tara last time.
He'll know in a few years when he's a little older, but I show
Change
up
the date.
every single Super Saturday. We are there because Super Saturdays for me and my sister were game changers. Events are game changers. And no matter what, we're going to put skin in the game and we're going to be there. Do your GSRs for every single coach, not just when you feel like it, not just like, oh no, not today. Every single coach deserves your attention. They deserve that call. And, balancing jobs is hard, but I would make them during the day or very late at night, and I would figure it out because it was important. I was a CEO and I needed to treat my business as such and own your role as a sponsor. Okay, we're not here to sign them up and then okay, off you go. No, now is when the work begins.
That's right.
Correct?
Yeah, about that. I feel like as a coach, sometimes we focus on selling challenge packs and signing up people, but it is all about the commitment that happens after you make the sale and you sign up a coach. So for me, I know that Wednesdays, for anyone that has a team or whatever, Wednesdays are the last day of the Beachbody week, and it's always madness. People shooting for goals and working for things and trying to nail things down. So that's when I was realizing I was extra crazy on Wednesdays. And so I was stressed out and trying to help my team and trying to be a mom, and my husband was feeling like I was ignoring him. So we sat down, and we had a conversation, and I said, babe, Wednesdays need to be like a Beachbody day. So after school, he was in vet school at the time when we had the conversation. After school, you need to come home and have a daddy, daughter, son date and take the kids and play with them so I can focus and not be crazy. And that night you can put the kids to bed and do that. So that's our normal routine is Wednesday nights mostly are my night to really focus. And that's me showing up for my coaches because I don't want to leave them hanging when they're having trouble with coach relations or where they're having issues that I can help them with. And so just be there for them. And it's not always your goals and the things you're going for, but signing someone up is like motherhood. It really is. You don't have a kid and then let them sit in a poopy diaper for 12 hours and say, figure it out. You need to be there for them. And when they're struggling, you're there for them. So show up, be supportive, love them, and you'll be successful, really. Just show up. That's such a huge one.
One of the things that you just reminded me, when the decision, Larry and I decided, we were on the same page, we're gonna go for this, we sat down, and even with our kids, and they were little, and just explained to them, like, we're gonna have to make sacrifices. You know, if there's gonna be nights where I'm sorry, but you know, you're gonna go to sleep at 7:30 because I have things I have to do. And I would explain to them, do you want to go to aftercare? We don't want to do that anymore. Then this is what has to happen. So it was a family decision. We made sacrifices together for the end goal, and it worked. But
That's
you have
so
to be
true.
prepared as a CEO to make sacrifices.
That's so true. And talking with your kids and being open with them.
Yes.
Like,
they need to know.
yes, for sure. And they need to understand that mommy's working so that we can have an amazing life. Like, honestly,
Exactly.
that's what it's all
Exactly.
about. And as long as you're balancing and as long as you're staying within set business hours and do all those things and stick with them so that you can be a present mom, they're going to understand. My kids right now are 4 and 6, and we had swim lessons the past couple weeks, and so we'd go to the pool for swim lessons, and then we'd stay for a few hours, and I wouldn't do any work or do anything. And so when I got home, I was like, okay, kiddos, it is like game on. You guys need to have some quiet time and go play, and mommy's gonna work for a little bit. And they understand, like, they get that. Are you working, mommy? Yeah, okay. Go read some books and go play, and that's fine. Kids can play. You don't have to be like watching them like a hawk every single day to feel like you're a good mom, right? So I give you permission to let them know that you're working and you're bettering their life, and they will be so thankful that you're doing it for them.
That was awesome. Game on. Okay, guys, really, this is like the best slide ever.
This is.
Read it.
Okay, release the expectation that I gotta move up. Okay, release the expectation that your business will happen naturally and create your own opportunities. So
Think about that.
Think about that, and if that applies to you, have you ever been like, oh, I'm just gonna give it some time. People are just gonna start coming to me, and I'm just gonna like see what happens, but I'm just gonna give it some time, and then things
I
will
go
pick
back?
up.
You want me to go back?
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Well, pretty sure if you're thinking that, you're probably still sitting there, and people probably still aren't coming. Because there are do we not know how to go back? Dang it.
clickers,
We
like,
didn't go over
there we
this
go.
in rehearsal. Oh,
No.
good job. Okay. I don't remember what I was saying.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Sorry.
But you just need to be proactive, and you need to realize that, hey, I am a girl boss or a dude boss, and if I'm gonna make it happen, then I'm gonna make it happen. And you create opportunities that get the momentum going. So let's go over. Can we flip it? Is that okay? Okay. We're gonna go over some of the things that we can do to create opportunities to connect, because that honestly is what it's all about. It's not about, I'm gonna create opportunities to talk to someone about the business tomorrow at 4:30. Like, that's not what this is about. You're just connecting, you're building relationships, and when you're doing that, things happen. Things get rolling. So I know the attitude, can you read that?
Okay, yes. Be intentional with your business. Believe you have something of value you can offer.
Okay, so be intentional with your business, and I'm going to take it a step further and say be intentional with your life. Because when your mindset shifts to, this is going to be a career opportunity for me, it becomes a lifestyle entirely. So when you're thinking, like, I don't know if you follow me on social media, I posted the other day about a little Bluetooth waterproof speaker, and I'm like, yes, PD in the shower just got awesome, because before I was listening to my phone and it was all terrible, and so now it's loud and clear, so it's wonderful. So it's like, you need to just figure out how to make Beachbody part of your life every single day. And when you're intentional about the things that you're doing, about the things that, the opportunities that you're creating, the people you're meeting, that is when things happen. So, you want to read those?
Oh, yeah.
This is terrible.
Action. Lead conversations with belief. Run business opportunity webinars, calls, coach open houses and sneak peeks. Join networking groups on Facebook. There's tons of them. You have to have other hobbies. There are groups for that. Stay in recruiting mode. Share your calendar, planning tool. Teach what you do. So how are you intentional with your
Intentional?
business?
Well, I'm a homebody. Like, we live in the country now, and I could be home like for a week straight and not shower and not care. Like, it would be great. And so when I started Beachbody, I was like, man, I gotta start like connecting with people and meeting new people and actually getting out of my house. So I would go to play dates more, and I would go to church activities, and yes, it was great. I should have been doing that anyways, but I was like, I knew that if I wanted to grow my business, I needed to just be like a little social butterfly and meeting people. And when you're out and about, and we'll go over this, but when you're out and about, know that every opportunity is an opportunity. It's not like you're in Beachbody mode for 1 second and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to someone about the business. It's, you just live, and you just live your life, and when the opportunity comes up to talk to someone, when you have something that they need, you get to talk to them about it. But that means that you need to get outside yourself and create those opportunities.
And you have to always be out there looking. We have very similar stories. I mean, I'm also, like I said, we're shy, and it's not easy all the time. But now, and my brother-in-law Danny said it the other day. He's like, "You're always fishing." We were at the Keys the other day in the water, July the 4th, and the whole time I'm scanning, like, there has to be somebody here I can talk to. And it ended up happening. I did. I met somebody, and now
That's
she wants to
awesome.
sign up as a coach. So
Holla.
hey, I was fishing that day. But you have to get out there and not think that people are just gonna come to you. No, go out there, be a friend, meet somebody new, build a relationship. Always ask them, are you on Facebook? Then add them to Facebook.
Yes.
Then they'll see what you're doing. But I have a warning, and we're gonna do, the wear and share. Okay, we all love wear and share. You guys have spent like gazillions of dollars at the core this weekend. I know. How many have spent like a lot of, like an obscene amount of money? Okay. Well, warning, warning, warning. Do not go out and wear and share if you're pissed off or mad at your kids and are like all over the mall with a pissed off face. And then your kids start screaming and you take off your chancleta y le da un chancletazo. Don't do that. Don't do that. In English, it's don't take off your shoe and smack them over the head in public, because I'm guaranteed if someone's looking at you because you're wearing a P90X shirt, they're running the other way. You are
true.
not going to be their coach. So if you're
love
having a bad day, do not wear your wearing shirt.
Yes, please don't do that.
When you're wearing it, you have to be intentional, looking for opportunities, smile, be inviting. And that's not always easy, but you have to work on that, because I don't know how many times it's happened with Insanity shirts and people just ask you, oh, you've done that? Yes, and you smile and then you talk about it. But you have to be very, very wary about what you're doing, your body language. So that is also about creating opportunities for yourself. Another thing, I know we love posting about challenge groups on Facebook. Don't post one time and then like, the floodgates are gonna open. That doesn't happen. Invite them.
Yes, and stay in
Just
it says
wait.
stay in recruiting mode. That is like, that's scary for new coaches. I feel like talking about recruiting, like that's a scary
It
word.
is
You're like, I
scary.
don't want to recruit people. That's weird. But just be intentional. It goes back to that. Be intentional and ready to talk to people. So when they're complaining about feeling terrible or not being able to sleep or hating their workouts or whatever, you're like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, I love my workouts. I just did SAS this morning. It was awesome. So you just look for opportunities, and then you're like, hey, I got something that can help. And you get to know them, you talk about it, and whatever. So that's not like be in recruiting mode and be like a crazy person, It's just be ready to present what you have to offer. Because I honestly feel like I could talk to anyone on the street and I can help them with their finances, with their mental or emotional or physical health, with anything in their life. So we have something so valuable. Just be ready to share it.
Amen. All right, we're going to talk about exceeding expectations. So we've hit a couple of these fallow attitudes already. I'm sorry, I just got tongue-tied. It's not about the title, rank. It's about your level of service. We're here to help people, right? We're not here to just recruit them or expect or sell a challenge pack and then leave them. We need to worry about, are we helping people? Are we actually doing what we say that we're gonna do? Okay, and it's hard. We have a lot going on in our lives, but you have to always present the level of service and be proud of the level of service so that, you're creating this bond. When you're looking to recruit a coach or a customer, you're looking to build a marriage with them. And a coach on our team used that term the other day, and I loved it. It's a fulfilling relationship. It's a bond. You want to be together for a long time. It's not a one-night stand. Sell and go. That is not exceeding a level of service. That is just not, it's against what we do. So the actions is deliver on your promises. Show up to a call on time. If you tell a prospect you're going to call them at 1, call them at 1. Start your calls on time. Be there for your coaches. Don't leave. People are busy. They need to learn and go. Do what you do for a tribe. Even if you have one person on your team, you need to be there for them. Do calls with them, lead them. It will turn into a tribe, but you have to invest in them. And a strong work ethic. What that means to me is being consistent with my business. It's showing up every day. It's being a CEO. It's doing what I say I'm gonna do. And that's a strong work ethic to me. What does that mean to you?
A strong work ethic?
Yeah.
Oh, it means everything. Honestly, have you guys read The Go-Giver? Anyone? Okay, I want you to write it down as your next personal development book. Because that whole series, there's 3 of them. The author's Bob Burg, I think. Is that right? And when I read that, it changed everything for me. Because when you start as a new coach, it's about, I want to help people and I want to do this. But then you start hearing no, and you're weird. Why are you posting selfies? And blah, blah, blah. And you get all of this stuff that you're like, I didn't sign up for this. But then when I read that book, to me, it was like, who cares? Like, you have this to offer, and just go. Like, just go and help as many people as you can. It's not about you. That's the 3rd book in the series. It is not about you. And when you take yourself out of the equation and you just want to serve and you just want to exceed expectations and be the coach that they've always wanted but never thought they could have for free, like, that's awesome and life-changing. So exceed expectations in every aspect. Sponsor, coach, everything, every aspect of your coach title.
Yeah, I remember back when I went on that Atlanta Success Club trip. That trip was very pivotal for me. I went there, I think I'd been like a 1-star for a really, really, really long time. And I was like, why? I don't understand. Why isn't it happening? Why is she there and I'm here? And just like playing the whole comparison thing. And then I spoke to this one coach, and she told me what she was doing. And she was mentoring and doing calls and loving on people and believing in them. And I was like, wow, I don't do that. I don't do that. I sell challenge packs. That's what I do. I sell challenge packs, and then I help them. But I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't loving on them. I wasn't telling them that I believe in them. I was not exceeding any type of level of service because I was not doing that. And I made that decision there. I realized, wow, if I'm going to build this business and build it to where I need it to go or where I want it to go, I need to change. And I decided right then and there in the airport, I was like, that's it. Like, I'll probably suffer with the successful points, and my income will go down for a little while, but I am going to spend all my time mentoring and growing and showing people that I have a vision and that this business is special. And it worked. It worked. And it was because I decided that I needed to invest in other people and forget it's not about, I went from me to we.
Exactly.
From me to we. From me to we. Very important.
Okay, so discipline trumps talent. This is the last shebang. Honestly, guys, you are gonna learn so much over the next couple days. You're gonna learn from action plans and what these top coaches are doing and what they're gonna say, what you need to do every single day, and those action items that it takes. But if you do not have the mental, if you're not in it for the right reasons, and if your mental mind shift isn't there yet, you're gonna fall back into the old habits, and you're not gonna do them. You're not gonna stay consistent. You're not gonna be as successful as you can be. So we have given you our missteps. We've given you how we messed up, some things that worked for us, but I want to see what you guys are going to do about it. So take a second and just think, okay, where am I at mentally? What do I need to work on? What do I want out of this business? What do I want out of this for my family? And write it down. And I want you to go back and I want you to look at it over and over and over and remember every single day why you're doing these things. Because when you have that reason and when you have something bigger than yourself, it will drive you to do the things that it takes to be successful.
Absolutely. So guys, we've given you all of this information. It's time for you to decide. So are you gonna make the decision today to go from hobby to career? And to add to that, think about where will you be next summit? Where will you be? Make the decision today. It's worth
Yes.
it. That's it. It's a wrap.
That's it. Woo!
Can we
Maybe
take
this
a
is
picture?
on. Let's give a huge round of applause to Becky Brosette and Micah Folsom. Was that awesome or what? Very nice. Great picture. You guys, thank you so much. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Hey, thank you very much. All right, we've got another quick transition. They're going to go take off their mics. We're going to put the mics on the next speakers, and we will keep this rolling. How are you guys feeling? You guys still got some energy, or are you ready for lunch already? We got to feed you intellectually and emotionally first, and then you can get food. But if you want, go ahead and stand up a little bit, release those wiggles, give your